All right, y'all. I'm gonna try this again because the other day when I said you could hear my screen reader, you actually couldn't. So I'm trying it again to see if that holds true for every live I do. I don't know if it does. It may have just been a fluke thing, but I'm trying it again because if that's true, that's awesome because I really don't like the earbuds. Honestly, I just really don't like them. So, here we are. My name is Amy, aka Blind NASCAR Fan, and my channel is mostly about NASCAR and the accessibility of racetracks and race shops, but I also throw in some Lego every now and then and a lot of blindness stuff because obviously I am blind, hence the name Blind NASCAR Fan. So, because today was race day, but I didn't get to watch it because I was at Lego Club, hence where Legos come in, you can ask me whatever you want to. Anything goes as long as it's not an inappropriate question. I do reserve the right not to answer. So, here we are. I love lives. I think lives are fun. I like to learn about people, so hopefully you like to learn about me too. I just like talking to people, telling my story. I should do a live and show you what I'm building. So, I moved it a little bit because we vacuumed the carpets today. You know it's good to vacuum your floor? Did you know your floor gets fluffy if you vacuum it? I knew this, but I just haven't done it in a while. Not nearly as recently as I should have. But I hate carpet, y'all. Carpet is disgusting. Like, why? Who invented carpet? Ugh. Carpets are gross. Like, stuff just gets ground into the carpet. Like, ugh. I like hardwood floors so much better than carpet. I'm gonna scroll it down here so that I'm ready when y'all start commenting. So today you know that I missed. Well, you guys know from yesterday and the day before, I didn't even know that there was an O'Reilly race today because it didn't show up in my app. But you also know that I didn't get to watch it really. I didn't watch it at all. I listened to some of it on the radio, but not much of it really because I was at the Lego Club, and the Lego Club, my goodness, that was a long meeting today. Usually I'm out by like 2:33. Nope, today it was 4 cuz they added an extra thing. Well, we had a lot of talking to do, but then they also added a extra segment where they showed a video that they're going to be doing at the Lego convention, I guess, or Brick World or one of those things. And this, they were showing how they set up the Lego City at the Shrine show. The Shrine is a Catholic, I think it's the archdiocese actually of our area, but it's a big, huge Catholic campus. I can't even call it a church because there's more than just a church there. It's a big campus. They have like a retirement village and like, well, it's not a village. They have retirement homes and they have a big like visitors guest center thing and conference area and a hotel. It's just this big, huge campus. And so every Christmas, we do a show there at the shrine. They give us a room. It used to be the restaurant area, so we get to take over that area and fill it with all kinds of Lego creations. It's a lot of fun. And I had some stuff in it for the first time last year. I was very excited. um, but how did I even get talking about the shrine? I don't know. Oh, they were showing the video at Lego Club about how they put together the Christmas city uh, at the Lego Club today. And I guess there's Lego clubs all over the country, well, all over the world, I guess, but for my viewers that are in America, there's Lego clubs all over the country. They're kind of a little bit spread out. Like the one that I go to is like an hour away. It's considered the St. Louis Lego users group, but like I said, it's a little far away for Almost all the libraries we go to are at least an hour away, sometimes a little further. So, yeah, they're a little spread out, but they do have them in a lot of places, and they participate in a lot of different events. Like, they don't do paid events usually, but they do, like, here in the St. Louis area, they do a thing at the Shriners hospitals. They did anime convention a week or two ago. They do Pokemon. The library does like a Pokemon event. They participate in that. The library does Star Wars night. They participate in that. So there's like all kinds of things where you can go through the St. Louis area and find them. And the shrine is just their biggest event. It's where all the money comes in because the shrine is a paid. The Christmas lights are free, but if you go inside and look at the Legos, they use it as a fundraiser. So half the money goes to the shrine and half of it goes to the Lego Club. And it's a big event and they make a lot of money and it's really, really popular. So they were doing a video about that and it was pretty interesting. Um, hello. Hello. Aw, you didn't get to stay long. That's all right though. Uh, what else can I tell you guys? Today, random, was my sister's birthday, and I was gonna take her out to lunch after Lego Club, but like I said, we went really late this week for Lego Club. We They have the room from 1 to 4, and we literally used up the entire 1 to 4 time slot. It was kind of crazy. And then we took a detour on the way home and went to Sam's Club. That was fun. I got chlorine for my pool for the entire summer. I got 24 packages of it for $2 and some change a piece. I forget what it is. It was $65 for the box, and you got 24 packages. I forgot what it breaks down to, but it's $2 and something like 59 cents or something. I don't know. It was kind of a spectacular deal because they're $6 a package at Walmart. So I saved almost $4, like 3.5 bucks. No, that's not right. Is that right? 2 and 3 would be 5. Yeah, 3.5 bucks. That's awesome. Um, so yeah, I did that. And then my sister went and bought a bunch of stuff that she buys normally for groceries. So it was Sam's Club is kind of a fun place to just go look at the like unless you have a big family, like it's fun to just go look at the stuff and see like what in the world are you gonna do with 10 pounds of peanut butter? Well, I see somebody who's going to get sent to Blocksville as soon as I am done with this live. I'd do it now, but I don't know how. So, bye bye. Nice to know you. Um, yeah, that'll be fun. Uh, ha, look, I figured it out. Welcome to Blocksville. That just hides you, but I don't know how to actually block you from my channel, so I guess we'll call it Hidesville. I don't know. Um, yeah, I have a thing. about cussing for no reason. Like, there's no need for that. That's not. It's just no reason. There's just no need for that. So, yeah, that was fun. Um, so somebody can tell me if you are hearing my screen reader because, like I said, this is an experiment. Because last time I did a whole live show and I kept telling people that you could hear it talking, and then watched the replay and I'm like, oh, you actually can't hear it talking. Oh, okay. Well, interesting. So I don't know if that was just a fluke or if that happens all the time. I don't know. If it's happening now, I can pull out my headset. I just don't like it. But anyhow, what do we want to talk about today? As far as NASCAR goes, y'all, I don't even know who won the stages. Cause, well, no, I know Ross Chastain won stage two. I missed the entire stage one. Every lap of it was happening while we were in Lego Club. We got out a little bit before four, and so I got the last, like, I don't know, 20 laps, if that, of stage two. Enough to see Raja almost win. And then I got enough of stage three to see the big incident between Jesse Love and Raja. I wanted there to be a fight after the race. Like, they kept hyping it up like there was gonna be, and there wasn't, and I'm disappointed because I don't like it per se. Like, I think they're it's kind of juvenile, but I like it in the sense that it makes drama and it's fun. And they were making it sound like on the radio that Justin Allgaier and Logan, I don't know what his name is, but he's a new guy. And they were making it sound like they were gonna have a fight, but I'm like, Allgaier's been racing here for how many years now, and you haven't figured out he's not the fighting type. Like, he's not gonna do that. That's not him. Um, but anyway, that was kind of funny. He was mad, like you could tell that he was annoyed, but like he's not gonna I bet he doesn't even yell at them when he has a disagreement with other drivers. Like, seriously, he's just not that kind of person. That's not his style. Um, but I thought maybe Raja and Jesse would have it out, but unfortunately, they didn't. Then I went into Sam's, and so I don't know what happened. Ross Chastain was leading after the Jesse Love and Raja Karuth dust up. But when I came out of Sam's, Allgaier was leading, and I was all excited because I was like, "Oh, yeah, he's gonna win! I get to put up a new profile picture on Facebook." But nope, Corey Day stole it. But anyhow, that's really all I know because I didn't. Well, I heard something about Raja and what's his face? Uh, what's his name? Harrison Burton, I think. That got together, but I didn't quite follow what was happening. And somewhere in there, I heard there was pit stops, and Allgaier pitted, and not very many other people did. But then that put him on a no fuel save strategy, while everybody else had to save fuel. So I was like, okay, that's cool. That might benefit him in the end. And then we went into Sam's, and so I didn't get to see anything else. Don't know what happened to Ross, why he was leading and then he wasn't. Don't know. But then yeah, I was really should have just turned it back off again. Allgaier would have won if I'd have turned it back off again, but Allgaier was leading, so I had to watch because I wanted to see him win. He doesn't need to win. He's still like 155 points ahead of second place, but I still wanted to see him win. But anyway, um, what else? It rained a lot here today. I don't know what y'all's weather is doing where you live, but it rained a lot here today. And not a lot, I guess, but enough. I thought we were gonna get wet. Oh, my ear itches. Who's talking about me? My ear is itching. I think that's supposed to mean your ears are burning. But um I thought we were gonna get wet going into the library for the Lego club, but we didn't. It was spitting, but not it wasn't even they weren't even big raindrops. It's like a little tiny misty spits. It's kind of weird. It was really humid though when we came out of the Lego club. My goodness. If it had been hot, it would have been nasty. You've got your eye on me? What the heck? I don't know what that means, but okay. As long as you click the follow button, I don't care. You can also keep your eyes on me and go donate to my cause. I'm cool with that too. So our Lego club does what they call mandatory fun. It's like a competition, a build competition. I've never managed to win this, but you get credit. Like they do a drawing at the end of the year, so you get credit just for entering. You get one. I'm gonna call them points for lack of a better word. I don't know what they call them. So you get 1 point for entering, and you get I think 2 points if you win. And oh, sorry. So I've never managed to win, but this month, which actually equates to June, we're doing a monochrome build. So you can do all the shades of blue, all the shades of green, all the shades of red, all the shades of brown, whatever. I think they said pink counts as a red, but either way, like all the shades of one color, or you can do black, white, and gray. Well, I've decided to do black, white, and gray and build a castle. But even with all my Lego buckets, y'all, remember I told you I have four buckets? Wait, no. One, two, three, four, five. There's a bucket missing, so six. And then I have. No, there's not a bucket missing. Is there? This bucket, that bucket. Three, four, five. No, I think I only have five buckets. Then there's a box, like a photo box of Lego, that has some of my black, white, and gray pieces. And then I have the garlic keepers from Tupperware. I have five of them filled with Legos of I divided them out by color. And I still need to go to the Lego store because I still don't have enough black, white, and gray. It's kind of ridiculous, you guys. Like, seriously, it's kind of ridiculous. I've gotten, I don't know if you can see what it says, probably not from this angle, but I have gotten like 4 comments on my shirt today. I'm kind of impressed. um, but anyway, I just decided to go and share, so try and get more viewers. So that's why it was in pause mode, in case you were wondering. But if you are just joining me and you want to help me get more viewers, go ahead and hit the share on your end. We're just doing a random chat. Like, you can ask me whatever you want. Ask me about blindness, ask me about my opinions on NASCAR. Whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about it. So, drop your questions in the comments. I love doing lives. Like, even if we're not talking about what my channel is dedicated to, I just think it's fun. Like, apparently I like to talk. What can I say? I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I think it's fun to talk about random stuff. Ah, there's one. There's this thing where I think if I tap this, it'll put the question in the comments for y'all. But today it says best part of the day. My best part of the day probably was eating my dad's barbecue for dinner. My dad makes the best barbecue. There's nothing special about it, y'all. Like, if you looked at it and looked at what he made, you'd be like, why is that special? Like, what's the deal? I don't know. I can't tell you, but it's delicious. Nobody does it quite like him. I don't know what he does. He has now gotten into this like sugar-free. It's not even sugar-free. It's got sugar. It's just a different kind of sugar. I don't understand it all. But he's gotten into this new thing and it's actually quite good. Like I was surprised that it was as good. When he barbecues with this sauce, you can't tell the difference. I can if he puts it on after the barbecue. But otherwise, I can't tell. Um Oh, some people liked my video. Thanks, guys. Yay. I hope we get more people to join us cuz I'ma run out of stuff to talk about real quick cuz we were supposed to talk about NASCAR, but since I missed it, like seriously, missed it. Like I think all together in the two times that I watched or listened, because I didn't even get to watch it on TV because I wasn't home. I think all together I may have seen or heard, oh, I don't know, 40 laps total. I don't know how many laps there was in the race, but I don't think I was able to listen to more than maybe 40 of them. It was rather sad, honestly. I want to watch it again because I don't know what happened with Ross Chastain and I want to know why he wasn't the leader. Welcome, welcome. We're just talking about whatever you want to talk about. I'm supposed to be talking about NASCAR, but like I said, since I only got to see or hear about 40 laps of it, that's not happening. So we can talk about blindness slash disability stuff. You can ask me questions about Lego. I don't know if I'll be able to answer them, but you can ask. You can ask me what my favorite food is. You can ask me, I don't know, whatever you want. What I like to do for fun. Lego! Imagine that! Me and my 10 buckets of Legos over here. And that's nothing compared to some people. Like, some of these people in this Lego club have, like, buckets upon buckets. And I'm rather jealous, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when you can talk about having a wall of bricks that you can just randomly grab and put into a build or whatever, I'm so jealous. Like, yeah, I got buckets, but you're probably not just gonna be randomly grabbing stuff. What I want, y'all, is have you ever watched Lego Masters? And they have that whole big wall of bricks where you can just grab any shape, size, color, whatever. That's what I want. How awesome would that be? That's probably like $1 billion of Lego, but still awesome. Awesome! I would love that. Like that would just make me happy. So y'all, tell me if you can hear the screen reader. I know nobody's commenting, but maybe that'll encourage you to comment. Because I don't actually know. It's really interesting to me. Like, I'm so intrigued to know. Maybe when I'm done with this live, I'll go look. So I went, when I got home, I went out. Oh! This morning, y'all, every time I went to go turn on the pool, because I have a motor, obviously, for the filter, and every time I went to go turn it on, it was raining. So I was like, okay, I'll wait till the rain stops. Every time the rain stopped, I was doing something where I couldn't leave. Like, I guess I could have left my breakfast, but I didn't want to walk out in the middle of my breakfast. Like, that was lame. I don't want to do that. And then the next time it stopped raining, I was in the shower, and the next time I forgot what I was doing. I was every time. I was like, really? Come on. But anyway, I am looking for a thing for this pool of mine. So I know they make them. I don't know if they make them accessible for blind folks, but I am looking for a test kit for the water where you take a vial of the pool water and you put drops of different chemicals in to test for like alkalinity, pH, chlorine, copper, all the different things. And they make the kits and they make an app. Some of them have an app. I don't know if any of this is accessible to blind people. Like, I don't know if it's going to tell you whether the colors are reacting. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would love to have. I don't know if they exist. I haven't been able to find one yet. And nobody I talk to who's blind can tell me. So maybe there's not that many blind people that have swimming pools. I don't know. But I was determined to have one when I moved to this house. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Right now, so a lot of people will take a picture of their paper test strips or cardboard or whatever it is. I don't do that. Huh. Oh, sorry. I don't do that because the apps that will describe to you colors, they are not the most accurate thing. So think about this, y'all. The paper test strips are not super, they're reliable enough, but they're not like 100% accurate, okay? So if you got something that's already not 100% accurate and then you take an app that's definitely not 100% accurate and ask it to interpret the what it sees, okay? Well, let's say that your test strips are 98% accurate. That's pretty darn good. But then when you take your app that's supposed to tell you the color and what it says your chemical levels are, and it's maybe 80% accurate, 80, 85, then now you're pretty off from what the accurate measurement is. So I wish that I could find a talking one, but then it's probably the same. It's probably not any more accurate than the color detector. I don't know. That is my dilemma. I don't know how to solve it or if it's even possible. But hire a pool boy. That's what I need. I need a pool boy. The only problem with that, there actually is a company I could pay to monitor my water and do all of that. But I don't trust them because the day I hired them to open up the pool, they literally just dumped five like plastic jugs of chlorine in the pool. And they said, "Oh, it's good to go. You're done." I asked them about algicide. Their only answer was the water's not warm enough yet. I asked them what anyway, I don't remember, but I asked them about several different things and they had a stupid excuse for each one, but none of them really like it wasn't good enough for me, I guess. I don't know. And I'm like, "Well, are you going to come back and do all of those things because that's what it says I'm paying you for." Like I didn't say that part out loud, but I asked them if they were going to come back and do them. And they're like, "No, this is all we do." So I just paid you 250 bucks to do what I could have done for like $60 for the chlorine. Seriously, like no, we're not doing this again. So I don't have a pool boy. But anyway, alrighty, I'm gonna try this again to try and get us more viewers. Okay, I just shared us to another genre, so hopefully somebody's gonna come and watch. Hey, I got 5 likes out of the deal. Thanks, guys. Alrighty. So, Alrighty, well, we're talking about anything and everything here tonight. So, y'all can tell me, let's see, what do I want y'all to tell me? You can tell me your favorite Labor Day picnic, or Labor Day, Memorial Day picnic food. Mine would be my mom's potato salad. It's actually my great grandma's potato salad, but we've sort of modified it because she put celery in hers and I don't like celery. And she put green onions in hers, and my sister doesn't like green onions. So we sort of modified it. It's maybe a little bit more boring. But I don't mind celery salt or celery seed, but I don't like to bite into a chunk of celery. And I like the green onions, but my sister doesn't, so we don't put those in there. There's a really good potato salad, let me tell you. Oh, look. Another trip to Blocksville. Except it doesn't work. Okay, well, I don't know why it's not working, but when we're not live anymore, guess who's gonna go visit Blocksville? Yep, that's where we're headed. Anyhow, so y'all can tell me what your favorite Memorial Day picnic food is. That's next week, y'all. How is it that we are already into Memorial Day almost? Like it's next weekend. Yeah, I feel like we just had Memorial Day from last year. Like, what the heck? Where is all the time going? Seriously, like, what in the world? I don't know, but it's going. It is like the day for weird people on YouTube, apparently. All right, well, enjoy each other in Blocksville. But anyway, so, uh, hey Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:34 p.m.
Ah, y'all are all welcome because now all y'all's Alexas are going off. Uh, um, maybe I should make it do something really weird. I'm not good at prompts to make it do weird stuff, but if I was, I'd do something really weird and make all your speakers do stupid stuff. One day, maybe I'll be live during a NASCAR race and I can tell all of your speakers to play the NASCAR race. Only if you have a serious subscription, though, because that's how I listen to it on the smart speaker. It's really the only reason I'm paying $11 a month for the ability to listen to NASCAR, which I usually don't even do on the speaker. I usually do it on my phone. So funny. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I'm paying what is it? 11.99. Why do we still do, y'all? I'm going off on a tangent. Why do we still do 99 cents at the end of everything? Remember the times when marketers would do this so they could say, "Oh, our meal at Burger King or our whatever, like our product is under $5." So they would do $4.99. Okay, that's just stupid. Just round it up to $5. I don't care. Like all the like psychological mind games that marketers do, they drive me crazy. Like you know what store I hate the most? I love the products in there, but Kohl's and all their stupid like Kohl's Cash deals and like jump through 50,000 hoops to get $50 Kohl's Cash, but you can only use it on this day or this day. And these products don't count. Like, just give me the regular prices. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I hate it. So now back to my 99 cents. Like, why are we still charging pennies for things when the penny doesn't exist? Why are we still doing 99 cents on all our subscriptions? There's no penny. Like, it's either going to be 90 cents or it's going to be up to the next dollar. Well, no, there's a nickel. So you're either going to do 90 cents, 95 cents, or the next dollar. But we're not doing pennies. Pennies don't exist anymore. But yet they still, I don't understand. How are you charging me for a penny when there is no penny? It's just stupid. But I'm paying $11.99 to watch or to listen to the NASCAR channel on SiriusXM like once or twice a week for an hour. Maybe 4 times a week if I put the race on, but the race, there's a delay, y'all, and I don't know if it's SiriusXM that makes the delay or if it's the fact that Sirius is coming through the Echo device. I don't know. But it's such a delay that it's distracting. Like, I can't handle it. It's literally 2 to 3 laps. One day it was like 5 laps behind and I was like, "No, we're done. We can't do this." I turned it off immediately cuz I can't handle it. It's too far behind. I get distracted. If it's a lap difference, which happens almost every time even when I put it on my phone, one or the other is going to be behind. It's usually radio that's behind, but occasionally it's the TV. A lap I can handle. 2 laps is annoying. Anything more than 2 laps I can't do because it's just too much of a difference. Stuff happens on TV and I'm still like, "Oh, well, what's going on? They're still green on radio." Or vice versa. I can't do it. It's too distracting. Yes. Is it Midnight Rocker? Is that how you say your name? I don't mind if you promote my channel. I'll take free promotion. Shoot. Toby Price, hello. Is it Jewel? Yeah, the price percentage on stuff is bizarre. I don't understand it. But yeah. So that's what I do. Every now and then I'll listen to the 90s. What is it called on Sirius XM? Why can I never think of stuff, you guys? Where's my brain? What is it called? um Prime Country. Jeez Louise. I listen to that, and if I can find it, for some reason it doesn't. I'm not able to get it to come up in the search box anymore, but it's still there. The 50s on 5 is a good channel too, but I don't. I haven't found a worship channel like or gospel music channel that I'm crazy about on there. And then there's NASCAR channel. I want to figure out how to listen to the archives of SiriusXM NASCAR, but I have yet to figure it out. So I don't know. You're supposed to be able to if you're paying for it, but I have yet to figure it out, so but anyway, yeah. So, I don't know if anybody else out there is a NASCAR fan who's watching, but I have the NASCAR rewards points thing going on, and I am going to hit I told myself if I hit 6,000 by July, I would get Martinsville tickets if they're still available. They probably won't be, but I got truck and it's not Xfinity anymore. It's O'Reilly already. So that's really all I need, honestly. Like Cup is okay, but the better racing happens on Friday and Saturday, let's be honest. Let's not kid ourselves. So I'll be doing that. I need to get a hotel and figure out food. That's the most expensive thing, y'all. Like, you would think when you're looking at sporting events, especially NASCAR, you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's expensive. Like, four people, it's 820 something dollars to go to Gateway, or as they like to call themselves, Worldwide Technology Raceway. So you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is like ridiculously expensive. And then you think, if you don't live here, it's like, oh no, I got to get a hotel and I got to get food and I got to get transportation. It actually comes up to as much, if not more, than the cost of the race tickets. And like seriously, you could have gone on a cruise for the price you pay to go to one NASCAR race. It's ridiculous. I don't know if other sports are like that, but NASCAR is like that. It's annoying. My sister says it's a rich man sport. She's not terribly wrong, y'all. Like, McDonald's. McDonald's fired me. That's your name. That's funny. I can read the chat. I don't know if you can hear it, but my phone has a screen reader that's reading the chat. Last time I kept saying that y'all could hear it and you couldn't. So I don't know if that's a new feature from VoiceOver, I mean from VoiceOver, from YouTube. So if you record a video on an iPhone and you're using VoiceOver, you can hear it talking. But I think on YouTube it somehow doesn't allow that to come through, which is bizarre, but I think that's what's happening because I listened to the replay of my last live and I could not hear it. So I'm really confused by this, but I think that's what's happening. I don't think it's audible. But Apple products, I think most mainstream products do now because I think Android and Google both have them too. At least the cell phones have built-in screen reading technology that reads all the comments. Hence why a lot of you have been sent to Blocksville. Obviously, if you're there, you're not listening, you're not watching anymore. But I have sent some folks there. There's someone else who needs to go there, but I can't get it to work. So we'll have to wait for the replay to send you there. But yeah. Um Apple products, even the iPad and the Mac have the screen reader. It's called VoiceOver. And like I said, for some reason in my last live you couldn't hear it. But if you listen to my race picks every week, I am lazy, and for a 50-second video where I tell you who's going to win the race, I'm never right, by the way. Haven't been right except since I started doing it, except twice in the whole season. But when I do those, I'm lazy and I'm not pulling out the tripod like today or the lights or nothing. So you get the screen reader and selfie mode. It's really bad. Like, it's not professional mode at all, nothing. But that's what you get because I'm lazy. And I'm not setting up the whole thing for a 50-second video. So if you want to hear what voiceover sounds like and you're not hearing it in this video, you can go to any of my NASCAR picks for the weekend and hear it. What it sounds like. Um you I have driven before, but you don't want me driving on public streets, trust me. Hello, hello, welcome. What is going on is a random Saturday night chat that was supposed to be about the NASCAR race today, but I didn't listen to enough of it or watch it on TV, so I'm not talking about it really. I talked about it for like maybe 5 minutes. What was actually happening. I can talk about other NASCAR stuff. Like, I know who won the Pit Crew Challenge, even though I didn't watch that either. But I didn't see enough of the race today to really talk about it. So instead of being just exclusively the race today, this always happens on Lego Club Day, but that's another story. So we're just talking about whatever you want. You can ask me anything. Don't ask me stuff that will get you sent to Blocksville, but you can ask me anything, and I will try to answer it. You can ask me what my favorite foods are, you can ask me what my favorite color is. If any of the wall is showing through behind me, you already know my favorite color because I've always wanted purple walls. And when I had enough money to buy the paint, that's what happened. The walls went purple. Y'all, you should see this room. Like, the bed is purple. It's like a couch bed, I call it. It's a bed. Like, it has a real mattress, but it looks like a couch. Like, it has the back cushions like a couch would on the headboard and a little half side wall thing. That is purple. The curtains are purple. The sheets on the bed are purple. I used to have a purple blanket, but I went to wash it one day and the washing machine hated it. Like would it was banging so hard that the washing machine was going to break the bookshelf that's next to it. It was terrible. I ended up having to take the blanket out and I told people on Facebook, I was like, The blanket is free if you want to finish washing it and drying it. Otherwise, it's going in the trash because it's all wet and I can't do anything about it." It was terrible. So the blanket's not purple anymore, but everything else is purple. Am I am I from Indiana? No. I'm definitely not married. I don't have any children and not from Indiana. If I was from Indiana, I might be going to the Indy 500 instead of the NASCAR race at Gateway/Worldwide Technology Raceway. So, yeah. well, my parents knew that I was blind when I was 4 days old, so I would say the answer to that is yes, basically. I need a proper chair and a desk or something. Oh, last time y'all got to hear this because I was playing with these. These are my earbuds that I said at the beginning I don't like to wear. Today, I'm playing with this. Because I can't sit still and just sit here and do nothing. When I first was started doing lives over on Facebook, I was selling clothes with my mom, so my hands were busy holding up outfits. But now I don't have that. So, yeah. I need to find a trash bin. This is something I got in the mail. It's a little card, but I don't need to keep it. Anyhow, so I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's what voiceover sounds like if you can hear it. If not, I should try and put it in the speaker one day. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? I now have, well, I don't know if you're subscribed. I tried some dating apps a long time ago, but I didn't enjoy the experience. It seemed like a waste of time, to be honest. I I always got weirdos or like I don't know, this makes no sense to me. You can look at my face, you can look at my eyes, and you can tell that I'm blind, but I always got people who were shocked by it, and then they didn't know what to do, and then they ghosted me because they didn't know what to say or do, and I'm like, "You can look at my picture! Like, why are you surprised by this?" I'm so confused, I don't understand. And then, of course, there was the weirdos, and I didn't wanna talk to the weirdos, so I never lasted very long on dating apps. I think what happened is that the time period where dating apps were really successful, I think that time has passed. I think now there's just too many people on them and too many people on them who are treating them like social media websites instead of an actual dating site. Like they're just there to make friends, but they don't necessarily want to date someone. They just want to talk to people and no, I don't know. It's weird. Yes, exactly. There are so many weirdos. Um, you know, I don't it is I was going to say it's not measurable. It kind of is not, but like so to be considered blind, you have to be 20 over 200. Anything that or anything less is considered legally blind by the government. Mine is so much that it isn't properly measured. Like I don't even know what the numbers would be. But I can still see some stuff. Like I can see colors and shapes and shadows and light and dark and like depending on the lighting. This lighting is weird because I put it down below. So when I go to look at something in my hands, the light is right there so I can't see it. But like if it was up there and I was looking down here and the light was shining onto it, then I could see like the color and most likely the shape of it. But yeah, not in this setting because I'm lazy and I don't want to pull in the big tripod. Like my room is not that big. Like seriously, the bed is like I don't know, 4 feet maybe from me. I can't reach it, so maybe it's a little bit more than 4 feet, but it's not that far. And like if I pulled out the tripod to put the light on it, I do have one. It's a ring light. You can get them on Amazon and it has like the adjustable tripod base. And I don't. I just put the light on the floor and turn it on and let it shine at the ceiling. Might look weird on camera, but I'm lazy and I don't want to put the whole thing together. Sometimes I'll build a makeshift stand out of Lego buckets, but I haven't even done that lately because this seems to work just as good. Um, but yeah. I can't answer how long because I don't want anybody who actually is a weirdo to figure out, oh, she's this old, this is her birthday. Like then you'd be stalkers and you could come find me and I don't want you to do that, so I can't answer that. But I answered earlier that I've been blind since birth. So, there you go. Answered it without answering it. How do you like that? Um Wow, I've been on here for almost an hour. Are you serious? Maybe I should talk about other stuff besides NASCAR more often. My NASCAR ones usually only last like 20 minutes. Maybe I have the wrong focus on my channel, y'all. Maybe I should just be random. My channel is supposed to be about NASCAR and blindness, but apparently. Is it correctable with glasses? Because you definitely shouldn't be driving if you're considered legally blind. That is very dangerous. You really, really, truly should not. Like, it's, that's really, really not a good idea. It's I've heard a lot of stories from people who have driven long past the time they shouldn't because they did become legally blind. And unless it's correctable with glasses and you're wearing your glasses, but if it's not correctable with glasses or you're not wearing them, definitely should not be driving. Trust me. Oh my gosh, that is such a scary thought. Like, no. Please don't do that if you're legally blind and you're watching this. Please don't do that. It's really there's enough like scary drivers out there. Please don't do that. That's not cool. I was once. It was not returned, but yes. I probably, if I thought about it long enough, still would be, but hey, still wouldn't be returned, so what would the point be? Y- What the heck? What the heck just happened? Like, my screen just went weird. What the heck? My screen reader just doubled in volume, and I don't know what was on the screen. That was really weird. What is going on? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Some nice comments to counteract the ones from above that weren't so nice. That person will not be being sent to Blocksville unless they get weird later. But anyway, um, still don't know what happened. I wonder if somebody was trying to call me. That was bizarre. My screen was crazy. I think we might have another person going to Blocksville unless you want to explain yourself. Lots of people want to go to Blocksville today. Must be a nice place. I don't want to go there, but must be a nice place because I had lots of people wanting to go there. Anyway, I was hoping to get more of my Facebook peeps on here. I shared it over there, but ain't seen nobody over here. So, now that we are almost an hour into this live and my foot is asleep, it might be time for me to go do something else. My card game is calling me. If you have an iPhone, I don't know if they have Android, they might. But I am addicted, like seriously, 100% addicted to this game or this app called Card World. It's made by the same people who make Dice World, which is also addicting, but I think Card World might be more so. So the only games on it right now are Gin Rummy and apparently it's called Rummy 500, but growing up I just called it Rummy. It's a really I like it a lot. It was my favorite card game growing up. And now that I found it on the phone app, I'm addicted. It's a lot of fun. I play them both, but I'm better at Rummy 500 than I am at Gin Rummy. I play Gin, but I'm not good at it. But and then if you play Dice World, I am blind NASCAR fan on both of these game apps. Dice World, I will not play you if you challenge me to a game of Pig. The absolute worst game ever, makes me want to break my phone. I hate it. I'll play all the other games. So there's one called Threes, one called 1-4-24, Farkle, Yahtzee, and Ballot. Or Balut. I'm not sure how you say it. My screen reader says Ballot. Those are all fun games. I like Ballot because it's basically like Yahtzee times 4. It's a little different, but it's kind of the same. That one's probably my favorite. Maybe tied with Yahtzee. Farkle is tolerable. It's better than Pig, but it's tolerable. 1-4-24 and threes I'm really good at, and they're probably second to Ballot and Yahtzee. Okay, but he's got glasses, so it is fixable with the glasses. So that's I didn't know that you could like in most states the government doesn't consider being legally blind if it's correctable. Like they don't really consider you you know what I mean? Like you don't get any federal assistance if it's correctable with glasses. And I don't know that most states would like I guess doctors would say you're legally blind, but it's correctable, so it doesn't like it doesn't count for like what is it called? For like social security income benefits, it wouldn't count cuz it's correctable with the glasses. I didn't know California allowed that, but that's interesting. Um if it's not correctable with glasses though, then you would get the benefits in pretty much every state, I think, except California, because I didn't know California did that. Not sure how I feel about that, because like, if you can correct your vision by wearing glasses or contacts, why do you need the assistance? Like, you can go out and get a job. You're not going to lose out on a job because of your blindness. Like, people aren't discriminating against you for wearing glasses typically. I guess maybe some people do, but for the most part, especially if you move to Minnesota, nobody's going to do it because more than half the people in Minnesota wear glasses. My blindness, I guess some conditions can, but what I have, as far as I know, is not, um, what is it called? Oh, bother. What is it called where you pass it on to the children? I can't think of the word. My blindness, I don't think is. Most of mine is glaucoma, but there's other things there too, but I still don't think that it's genetic. There we go. But some blind conditions are genetic. And they can be passed down to the children, but I don't think mine is. Thanks for the subscription. That's awesome. Unless I got some more before you, you will be 220. Yay! Celebration. I would play some celebration music, except I don't think I can. Hold on. Minnesota. I was trying to figure out if you put MN or NM. I was like, is it Minnesota or is it New Mexico? I'm not sure what letters. So I had to read it different. But yeah, Minnesota has some funky rules too. Uh, but alrighty. I crossed over the hour mark, y'all, and I didn't spend the entire time talking about NASCAR. I also didn't spend the entire time talking about blindness. So apparently, maybe I picked the wrong topic for my channel, like I said earlier. I may have led myself astray. I gotta get me a moderator. Get somebody who can handle all the Blocksville guests and all that stuff. Maybe get me some fancy graphics. Yes, whenever I get more money. That's gonna be like the 10th of never. Alright, I guess that means you gotta go, so have a good night. It is getting kinda late. Hey Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9:05 p.m.
9:05 PM. Yep, it is getting kinda late. I mean, not here, but if you're on the East Coast, it's late. If you're on the West Coast, it ain't that late, but it might be dinner time. Hey, if you're on the West Coast, you still have sunshine. Jealous is me. Yep, that's me. Not that many, honestly. Like, maybe 3 in my entire life. I am slow. But I did spend some time living in Minnesota. I don't like it there, it's too cold. I don't like winter. And you gotta like winter if you're gonna live in Alaska, which is the state that fascinates me the most out of all the 50 states. Gotta like winter if you live in Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, all those states basically, they're cold. and I don't like it. I don't like winter. Not even sure why I stay here in Illinois because I don't like it here either. But whatever. Oh man, you want to talk about meeting some really weird people. Hello, Facebook dating. Like, seriously. I mean, I'm glad it worked out for your brother, but seriously, weird people. Like, I don't know where they come from. Like, what the heck? There's some weird people on Facebook dating. Just seriously weird people. I don't know. People lying about their age, people lying about all kinds of stuff. Weird people. We already established that I'm not going to say that because if you already know I live in Illinois, you'll probably learn when my birthday is. You don't need to know how old I am. Not you, maybe, but people out there will watch these videos and be stalkers, and y'all just. People don't need that information. Sorry, but you just don't. I ain't gonna tell you. It's not that hard to figure out, to be honest. Like, you could find me fairly easily, which is really rather scary, but I ain't gonna make it easy for the weirdos in the YouTube land. Um, I if you look me up on Facebook, I'm not gonna tell you my last name. I did post it on YouTube, but hey, good luck going searching the YouTube videos to find it, because then I'll get a lot of extra viewing hours. But I did post it. But if you look me up on YouTube, there's now, I think, 4 people with my name. There was only 1 years ago. Well, there's now 5 if you count my stolen account, because some creeper from Nigeria stole my Facebook account 3 years ago. So if you count that account and mine as 1, which is what I do, then there's 4 other people with my name. If you count mine and that one as 2, then there's 5 other people. So but when I first joined Facebook, I was the only one, and I remained the only one until about 2018. And then somebody in high school joined with the same name as me. I forgot where she was from. Now there's a lot of us now. We're growing in popularity, and only one of them is a copycat, as far as I can tell. And that one is only a copycat because they stole it. It's not even like they created a whole new fake account. They literally just stole it, which is annoying. They waited until how like you get the change password emails. I don't know how they did this, but they literally waited until like the last 5 minutes of that time frame. And then they changed the password. So when you get the emails from Facebook that say this suspicious activity was detected on your account, la 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 la. If this was you, ignore this message. If not, and it tells you how to fix the problem. Well, the 5 minutes is up now, so you can't fix the problem because they've already changed everything, and now you don't get time to react. It was stupid. Yeah. So I had to create a whole new Facebook account, which is really sad because my old account has like a crap ton of old NASCAR memories with my mom, who is now passed away. So, like, I have a lot of memories on my old account with my mom. And I have NASCAR stuff from like years ago when I went to my very first NASCAR race. And then I didn't get to go to another one for like 10 years after that. Yeah, all of that stuff. My niece and nephews being born, like all of that stuff on my old Facebook account. And obviously, I don't want that stuff being out in the public sphere, so it's all private, so I can't even go look at the page. You know what I mean? Like, my current page, most of my stuff is public, so if it gets stolen again, I can go and look at the public stuff and resave my pictures and whatnot. I can't do that with my old account because all of this stuff was private and I don't have access to it anymore. And I'm not happy because, like, yeah, I have some of those pictures, but when it's 10 years out from the pictures, I can't look at the picture and know what it is. And back in the day, they didn't. give you tools on Apple products. I mean, we were lucky we had voiceover to read it, but they didn't give you tools to label the pictures like they do now. So I have these pictures. Some of them I don't have, but I have some of them, and I don't know what they are because it's been too long. Like, I can take a picture today if I take it and I can tell you exactly what it is, like, because I was looking at it as I was taking it, and so I know. But, like, 5 years later, would I still know? No, absolutely not. So I have some of those pictures, and then some of them I just don't have because my phone crashed a long time ago, and I just lost a lot of pictures that I could have access to on Facebook, except they stole my account. So a lot of college stuff is in there. Like, we had some crazy times in college. I mean, it was a Christian college, so it wasn't as crazy as it could have been, but we had fun. And all of that stuff is gone because I didn't have a smartphone in college, so I didn't have any pictures at all. All that stuff is gone. Stupid scammer. I don't think I've personally had anybody just trying to get a green card. Like you're talking about on the dating apps, I'm guessing. I don't think I've had a lot of that. Maybe once or twice, but most of them are just like really weird people. Like they want me to take pictures of myself. Yeah, that's not happening. Not even if like even if we were dating, cuz I don't consider it dating when you first start talking on those apps. You're just getting to know each other. But even if we were actually dating, we're not doing pictures. Cuz pictures live forever. We're not doing that. It's not happening. But a lot of them wanted that, like they wanted to talk nasty, they wanted or they would like blatantly lie about their age. Like that or they are doing some serious like smoking or something to make themselves look old because when I show the picture to my sister or to a friend, they're like that person is not the age they say they are. They're totally lying. So, I don't know. It's just weird people on dating apps now. Yeah, there's a lot of rated X guys, especially on Facebook dating. Yep, there's a lot of those. One of them is right here on YouTube, and I can't figure out how to block them, but they're here in the chat. I blocked someone else, but this person won't. It doesn't work when I do the action to block them. I'm not sure why. Whoa, 1 hour and 12 minutes. Ooh, here's a. You want to know something weird about me? This is like OCD-ish. I've never been diagnosed as having OCD, but then I've never been to a therapist to try to see if I am. I just know that I am. But this is a weird thing that I do. I don't know why I do it, but I do. Like, okay. So I don't know if you have Facebook, but on Facebook, you can schedule your posts now. You might have to have a, what do they call it now? A business account or something? I don't know. There's a name for it, but I can't think of it. It's a special account where you're trying to monetize it like they do here on YouTube. But if you have a Facebook account, you can schedule your posts. Now, most people, what would you do? 2 o'clock, 2:30, 2:45, right? Like normal, like times. Okay, not me. If it's 2 o'clock, if I'm posting in the 2 o'clock hour, I do weird stuff like 2:02, 2:12, 2:22, like 2:42, or like 2:46. Like weird stuff. Like I'll do 2:31. No, not 2:31. What do I do? Oh, like 2:10 because then it goes. It's like number, like counting. Like it'll 2:10, or I'll do 2:34, 2:34. Like I do weird stuff like that. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if anybody else does that. And I do it with every hour, like 3:33, 4:30, 4:44, 5:55. Like I don't know why I do this, or like the multiple like not multiple numbers, but like the division. So like there's no, When in time, obviously, you can't do 660 because that's not a thing. So instead of that, I do like 654, or I do the numbers that it would take to add it together. So like it'll be 240, no, it'll be 642. So it's every two numbers, 642. Or if you're not counting down by two, it's you add those two numbers together and you get, or I'll do 230, not two, I'll do 632. So the numbers that you multiply to get six. I know I'm weird, yes. But every time I schedule a post, that's what I do. I don't do any normal times. Sometimes I do, but it's really rare. Hello, hello. Anyhows, that's my weird time scheduling thing. I noticed this about myself because when I was selling direct sales stuff like Scentsy, I didn't do Scentsy very long. Scentsy was a dumb move. But like Tastefully Simple and all of that kind of stuff, I tried my hand at several of those type of companies. And I would do online vendor shows on Facebook, and I would schedule my posts with weird timestamps like that. That's how I learned this about myself. And now I do it. If you're on Facebook and you're a NASCAR fan, there is a Justin Allgaier number 7 fans group. I am one of the admins of this group. There are 5 of us, 6 of us, 6 of us now that admin this group. I am one of them, and it is my job. I don't know why I get this job, but it is my job to schedule the race chat. And I always do it at weird times. It's like 3:13, 3:03. I never do a straight 3 or straight 3:30. Nope. If the race starts at 3:30, it's going to be 3:21, 3:13, 3:03. It's never going to be 3:30. It's not happening. Cuz I'm strange like that. You don't think that's weird? See, I'm the one doing it and I think it's weird, but I still do it. Pardon moi. I am very thirsty. I shouldn't be, because I don't do any talking at Lego Club, and I didn't do a lot of talking at Sam's. I don't understand, but I am. So, anyway, it's a shame that we can't play music while we are doing YouTube Live and not get copyright infringement penalties. But it is what it is. I don't even think, like, see, a thing that I would have done years ago, I called it a song in the dark. I would turn off all the lights and I would sing to you in the dark. Like, you, even though it's a video, like, you wouldn't be able to see anything because it's dark. Can't do that because there's copyright infringement issues, which is a shame because singing is fun and putting you in the dark so you can't see me is fun because then it's like, hey, well, welcome to my world. I can't see you when I watch your lives. But anyhow, that is that. Someday, when I get enough money to pay a video person, I'ma make this video where I'm singing the national anthem, but I am singing it on the different, like the pictures will change, where I'm holding the microphone on different pre-race stages at all the NASCAR races. I think that would be a fun video. I'll do it with AI, obviously, because I've never been to all these racetracks, and I definitely haven't sung the national anthem at these racetracks. But I think that would be fun. But I gotta get somebody who knows how to do these kind of videos. Because it certainly sure isn't me. I don't know how to do none of that. Um, I think making pictures with AI is fun. I know a lot of people hate it with a passion, like they just can't stand it. For me, it's like I've always had to have my mom make graphics for me for years and years and years. And when she passed away, I was like, oh, well, no more graphic making for me. Not that I ever made them, but I will have to be borrowing everybody else's. And now AI can do it, and they're getting better. Like they're sketchy-ish, but they're getting better and better. So like, I am all about the AI pictures, y'all. Like seriously. No, we're definitely not feeling faces over here. Like that's just weird. Um, honestly, like I think that is a stereotype that came about from Hollywood. And I say that because, like, I know a crap ton of blind people, like, from all over the world. And very few, if any of them, are going about touching people's faces. Like, maybe, obviously, you're gonna do your kids when they're babies or whatever, because they're your kids. And maybe your husband, because apparently, that's a romantic thing to do if romance novels can be trusted. But, like, nobody's walking up to anybody like first date or first friendship meeting or whatever and being like, "Here, let me touch your face." This is awkward. I'm not doing that to anybody else. It's like, "No, I don't know. I don't know what you've put on your face." Like, and if you're another blind person and you're touching my face, I don't know where your hands have been. I don't want that on my face. No. Just no. And I don't want to do it to them. Like that's weird. Like I don't know. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I don't wanna do that, and I don't know any blind people who want to do that. I really do think that that was a stereotype that was invented in Hollywood. Honestly, like, really. Maybe not, but it seems weird that I know so many blind people, and I don't know but maybe 1 or 2 of them that would be doing that. And even those people I don't think would do it on first meeting, like, they would have to know you really well. I don't know. Ugh, no. Now, maybe like if we've been dating a while and I'm really comfortable with you and like you want to touch their face in like a romantic sense, then yeah, maybe. But just to see what a person looks like, no. Just you can describe yourself to me. I'm okay with that. Like I don't know. Like I just that's too much invasion of your personal space for me. Like I'm not comfortable with that. Besides the germ factor that I already mentioned. Ugh, no. I'm a pretty big, like, germophobic kind of person. Like, I'm not, no. I'm not to the, like, point where during COVID I was wearing a mask. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I very rarely ever wore a mask during COVID. Very rarely. And I still wouldn't. But I'm still a germaphobe and like I don't want you to put your hands on my face when I don't know where your hands have been and I don't like, you know, like I was teasing my dad today. We had this cake for my sister's birthday. She didn't make it. Somebody gave it to her. Their child had a birthday party and they're like, "Oh, it's your birthday too. You need a cake." So they sent her home with this cake. And I was teasing my dad, and I was like, "Well, it was in a house with dogs, so it might be the weird thing you're tasting is dog hair." I think that's disgusting. Like, I am sorry, but if you have dogs and they are, especially if they are big enough to like steal food off the counter or table, I'm not eating at your house, and I really don't want to eat your food because I have seen I am sorry, y'all, but people with pets do nasty stuff. Like, I had a friend who went to this house and we were having a fondue party, and her dogs were sitting under the table hoping we'd drop stuff. That's fine. I don't mind that. But this guy, like, let the dogs lick all over his hands, and then he would grab the food off the plates. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. Like, we're gonna hand you what you want, but you're not serving yourself because that's nasty. And my sister goes and like pets the cat and scratches its ears and its chin and doesn't wash her hands and then goes works on the food. I'm sorry, but that's disgusting. I don't want to eat at your house if you have pets like that. Like, I'm a germaphobe in that sense. Like, that grosses me out. No, because my dad has a beard. I actually like guys with beards. The guy that I was in love with that didn't wasn't interested in me doesn't have a beard, but I don't mind beards because my dad had one. Talking about touching faces, I don't even know if I've done that to my dad. My parents would be people that you would think if I was into touching faces that I would do, but I don't think I have even done it with them. Maybe when I was little. As an adult, though, I don't think I have. I don't think I would. It just seemed it's awkward. I don't want to do it. It's so weird. Wow, I'm almost at an hour and a half. Really? Seriously? Maybe I should have not done a topic for my channel. Maybe I should just go live and talk about random stuff. Maybe I could go live every day. No, probably not. But this was supposed to be my race chat, and so unless something unknown comes up, I will be doing my proper race chat tomorrow for the All-Star race. We'll see what I have to say about it. But I will be doing my proper post-race chat thread for that. It's just that it's Lego Club Day, and Lego Club Day just throws me off. Like, I can't. I guess I could bring earbuds and listen to the race and the Lego Club, but honestly, I'd probably be paying more attention to the race than the Lego Club. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just not. That's just what I would do. I already know that for the September Lego Club meeting, I won't have this problem because I'll be at the race live. That's the best place to be. The racetrack is my happy place. So, in September, I'll be at the racetrack. Also, at least one of the races in October, I'll be at the race, unless something crazy comes up and I can't afford, because I gotta get a hotel and a plane ticket. Yikes. But otherwise, in October, I'll be at the races too. Hopefully, that actually comes about. Comes to about? I think I was trying to say comes to be, but who knows? Oh, I got 9 likes. I just noticed. Yay! um, I really wish somebody would say whether you can hear this talking, because I want to know if it was a fluke. Because I totally like this better than the earbuds. Earbuds don't like me, and I don't like them. They hurt my ears, and they don't usually stay in my ears. So I don't know if anybody watching now saw my video, but on my channel, you can go watch what a blind fan brings to the race. Okay, well, one of the things in my bag were these headphones. And I got these because the flat part, it fits leaderboard from the voiceover on my phone will read the NASCAR leaderboard in those little earbuds. And then I have the big noise canceling headphones that cover your whole ear like this that have the race broadcast. So when I'm at the track, I can hear the radio guys describing what's happening and I can read the leaderboard on my phone because they will do the full running order every now and then, but I can have it on my phone and look at it whenever I want to. And I usually want to do it a lot when I'm live at the track, I discovered. Well, I want to do it a lot even when I'm at home, but at the track, I want to do it more. And so I have those little earbuds so I can do that. It's awesome because before last year, I couldn't I couldn't hear my phone. It was too loud. You know, if you've ever listened to a NASCAR race or watched it on TV, it is loud. Like you can't hear stuff. So with those big noise canceling headphones over the top of my ears, then I can hear what's in the earbud from my phone. I was so excited when I learned that this would work. It made me so happy. Problem is, earbuds don't stay in my ears, and so I'm always afraid I'm gonna lose them. Like I'm gingerly taking off the big headphones whenever somebody wants to talk to me or during a caution when it's not loud. Like it scares me half to death. Like it's gonna fall out of my ear and bounce on the floor, and I'm not gonna be able to find it because I can't see where it goes. That was my worry in Charlotte because I didn't have anybody with me in Charlotte. And I'm like, yep, this is where it's going to happen if I'm going to lose this earbud. Fall out while I'm here by myself. And some of the grandstands have little cracks in them, and like it'll fall through the little cracks, and you'll never see that earbud again. It'll just be gone. There kind of is, I would call it AI. There kind of is a device now. I don't know how much it costs. I don't think I would be eligible for it, but there's devices now where you can kind of see with cameras and such. It's like, oh, sorry. It's like neurologically done somehow. I don't know. It's a big major like brain surgery thing, and I would never ever ever do it cuz I'm like you are not going to like drill into my brain to just no, like it's not even perfect. It's like a camera. Like cameras can malfunction. There's just too many things that can go wrong, and you're not going to like do anything to my brain that I don't it's not natural. Like just no. No, 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 no. Too many like side effects that could happen or like just one little micro inch and now you've caused all kinds of other issues with the brain. Like mm-mm. No. No, 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 no. Oh, you're not hearing it. So it is a YouTube thing. That's cool. I assume that's what you mean when you say you've never heard anything. I assume you're talking about the screen reader. That's cool that it doesn't talk. That's really awesome because I like it better through the phone speaker. I like how I sound better because when you put earbuds in, to me, it changes how your voice sounds to yourself. And it's more comfortable not having those things in my ear. So that's awesome. Yay. You're still stuck with it though when I do my race picks, because like I said, I'm lazy and I'm not pulling out the tripod for a 50-second video where I just list a bunch of driver names. It's not happening. um, Not happening. Nope, 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 nope. Hey Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9:34 p.m.
Oh wow, crazy. I gotta go soon because well, I got at least a half hour, but I gotta get some sleep so I can get up for church at a normal hour and not sleep through the entire service like I wanted to do last time. Yep. Legos, I'd say it like this. Legos are my hobby. I guess NASCAR's a hobby too, but like, I don't know. NASCAR is different. Like, maybe NASCAR's my passion? I don't know. That seems wrong to say that, but like, I get really opinionated. I get really opinionated about NASCAR and uh, like I'm not like mean necessarily, but like I get heated in my opinions and I'm like, why does NASCAR do this? Like this is so stupid. Like nah, 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 nah. Like like I get really worked up about stuff. And like I don't know if you've seen the people who like scream at their TV like during sporting events. Like I am totally that person. I used to make fun of my dad when I was a kid. My sister and I would make fun of him because he's yelling at the football teams and like he's not calling them names, but he's just like, "That was a stupid move. Like, you can't even hold on to the ball." Like, I don't know what he would say, but he's just yelling at them, and we used to make fun of him. I have now become that person. Like, seriously. I yell at drivers when they do stupid stuff that I don't like. I yell at them when they wreck people. I yell at them and ask them to wreck people. Like, even when they're doing good stuff, like, I talk to them, like, as though they can hear me. I'm like, "Well, that wasn't a good move. I don't know if you're gonna win the race now, buddy." Or, like, I'll sit there and I'm like, "No caution, no caution, no cau—" If I wasn't afraid of the dreaded copyright police again, like, I would people have asked me to do this, and my sister says I should do it because she says I'm funny, which I should be embarrassed about, and sometimes I am. But, like, people have asked me to go live during the race so they can see my reaction to the race. And I'm afraid that would be like a copyright thing because, at the end of all these broadcasts, it says, "This broadcast is copyright NASCAR, blah, 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 blah." Like, no reproducing, no distribution of this copyrighted content. Like, the big spiel that I don't know what the words are, but they give that big spiel. And, like, I'm afraid to even play little clips, like, because I could do screen record on my iPhone and get some little clips of the drivers talking or some audio and play it on my channel here. But I am really scared that I would get flagged for copyright infringement and my stuff would get taken down or my channel would get canceled. And so, like, I'm scared. Like, if I take my camera to the track and I record the cars on the track or the drivers talking to me, that's my content. Like, I can use that. But, like, clips from an actual race on TV, that's NASCAR's content, that's Fox content, that's NBC content. That's not mine. And I am scared to use it because I'm afraid of the copyright and all that. Like, I don't. But otherwise, I would do a live while the race is on and you can watch me freak out and yell at the TV. And I have a t-shirt that says, "I don't always scream at my TV, but when I do, it's race day." It's so stinking true, like, seriously. It's actually worse. Okay, so I do yell at my TV when it's not NASCAR. But it's usually like those mystery movies, like the Hallmark mysteries or whatever, and the girl is going down into the dark basement. And you can't help it. You're just like, "You're an idiot. Don't go in there." Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the only other time that I yell at my TV. Well, sometimes if I'm watching the news, it's worse now that I'm older because I got used to doing it for NASCAR, but I also will yell at the TV if it's a political thing and whatever they're talking about makes me mad, then I'll yell at the TV. But otherwise, if I'm not watching the news and I'm not watching a Hallmark mystery, it's NASCAR that I'm yelling at. It's really funny. Oh, the Dale Earnhardt movie on Fox, is that the one? There's different ones, but the Dale Earnhardt, I don't know what it was called. The Dale Earnhardt movie that Fox made, they played I don't know, they've played it quite a few times, but I saw it it was Daytona week, but I forgot what day. I wanna say it was Friday after the truck race, but I can't remember. That one was really surprisingly good, like, I didn't think it would be that good. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about, but it was good, if anybody who knows who saw it. I was impressed. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna offend somebody, and honestly, I should care, but maybe I don't. Hallmark movies are good, but lately there's like why does I think this must be it's either a written law or it's an unspoken law or something. Every movie, every TV show has to have a gay, lesbian, transgender, something kind of person. Why? And maybe it wouldn't bother me so much if they had disabled people. But how often do you see disabled people in these movies or TV shows? And if you do see a disabled person, how often do they magically get healed during the show? Or it's a surgery and they. Why can't you just have a normal disabled person for the entire show living a normal life, doing normal things, and everybody's accepting of the disability? Why do they have to either be portrayed as helpless, be portrayed as helpless, and then they miraculously get healed or whatever, and now they're normal again? Like, why can't we just have a normal disabled person as the main character or supporting character and they stay disabled for the whole show and everybody's okay? Like, it drives me crazy. If you're gonna have, okay, so this is Hollywood. We have to have our token ethnic person. Usually it's black, but anyways, it could be Indian, could be Mexican. We have to have our token ethnic person, like non-white person. We have to have our token LGBTQ person. Where's the token disabled person? Because just because some movies have the disabled person, like I was talking about, where they magically get well, most of the time, there's no disabled person at all. Like, this bugs me. We're a minority too, and we have just as much to contribute as all these other groups. So, I don't know. And as far as the like intimacy scenes between LGBTQ, I don't want to see that, but I also honestly don't particularly care to see the same sex intimacy scenes. Like, that's not necessary. We don't need that for a good plot. Like, we know what you're doing in the bedroom. We don't need to watch it on TV. But we know what you're doing in there. So if you want to imply that that's happening, by all means. But I don't need to watch it. I don't know. This is the thing that drives me crazy. This is why I don't watch TV anymore. I think they've made a few about Dale, honestly. I'm not positive, but that is true. I don't know why that is, but especially in like big name Hollywood stars are usually not straight up African or it's usually mixed with something. Or this drives me crazy too. I guess it doesn't happen as much now, but back in the day, it'd be a straight up black person. Maybe they were mixed, yeah, but they're straight up black people. And they would have them pretend to be Mexican or Italian or something lighter than what they, you know what I mean? Like something closer to white than whatever black they were. That bugs me. Like, why are we pretend? Why? Why can't we just be? I don't know. It irritates me. Oh, Touched by an Angel was a good show. Quantum Leap. Why do I know this name, but I can't think of what the show is. Oh my, I haven't heard PAX TV in a long time, man. Isn't that the channel that played Doc and Sue Thomas FBI? Those were some good shows. Speaking of disabled characters, there's one main character, Sue Thomas. Deaf, never became hearing. Why can't we have more of that? She was even played by an actual deaf actress, which is amazing because a lot of times when the disabled person is in a movie, they're actually not disabled. They're just portraying a disabled person. Okay, well, how do you, non disabled person, know how me, disabled person, is going to act in any given situation? That's why we have blind people touching people's faces in Hollywood because the actress or actor playing the blind person isn't blind and assumes that all blind people would want to touch faces. No. Anyway, this is a huge rant of mine, as you can tell. I'm very opinionated about this. It drives me crazy. PAX TV became Oh goodness. It doesn't exist anymore either. It became something else and now it's MeTV in the St. Louis area. It was PAX and then it was something that I can't remember the name of. What came next? It was good too, but not as good as when it was PAX. And now it's MeTV. I cannot remember what it was. They had some good shows on those channels though. Oh my gosh. Somebody's gonna say what it was after it was PAX, and I'm gonna hit myself over the head because it's gonna be really obvious to me. But I can't think of it. Me TV's not bad either, but I don't know. I don't think I realized there was an actor with Down syndrome. That's cool. It's a Miracle. I don't know if I... Is that a show or a movie? I don't recognize that title. I'm trying to think. So Sue Thomas was my favorite show with a disabled character. Sue Thomas FBI. Um, Movies though, I don't know. I don't know. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, I bet I would like that. Yeah, that sounds like it would be really good. I like the one where I think it's a kid, and I think what happened was that they got caught in a garage door or something. But anyway, whatever happened to the kid, they ended up going to heaven and sitting on Jesus's lap, and Jesus asks if the kid wants to stay here with Jesus or if he wants to go back to his mom or her mom. I can't remember if it was a boy or a girl. I think it was a girl. I don't know, but anyway, the kid decided that it wanted to go back to be with its mom, and so Jesus sent them back, and that was one of my favorite stories like that. Oh my goodness, you guys. You guys are making me tired. No, it's not really you guys. I'm just teasing. So I'm glad I'm not the only one that doesn't remember what it became after PAX because I'm not seeing any responses. Maybe it was just in the St. Louis area that there was something in between. But anyway, it did. It became something. That's gonna drive me crazy. I really can't remember what it was. But um this was a lot of fun. You guys had some good comments. You guys definitely had some good comments. I had a lot of fun. And I don't know if I have chats like this every day, maybe I could do a live every day. I need to try earlier in the day and see if I get some other people. But I couldn't do that today because I had Lego Club for 4 hours, y'all. Like that thing went on forever. And then then we went shopping for groceries at Sam's, and then we had barbecue for my sister's birthday. And so I couldn't. Normally, if you look at the NASCAR schedule, you can basically see when I'm going to be live because it'll be within an hour after the race is over that I will be live every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not without my daughter. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think so. Sometimes I see things and I don't know the name of them, or I don't remember, but I don't think so. Andrea Bocelli. Am I even saying it right? That's the person I'm thinking of. That's the guy, right? That sings almost like opera type. Did some stuff, well, a song at least, with Celine Dion. Is that the one? If so, he's incredibly good, like ridiculously good. Um, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Is it Andrea? Because that's a girl's name, but for some reason I think that is actually how you say it, which is weird. Because he's definitely a guy, but he's really good. And I didn't know for many years until like 5 years ago that Jose Feliciano, I didn't know he was blind. My dad told me that, and I was like, wait, what? Yeah, definitely didn't know that. There's a lot of blind musicians. Why is that? That furthers the stereotype that all blind people can sing, and I can promise you that is a lie. It's not. It's as almost as bad of a lie as the misconception that we all want to touch people's faces. It's not quite that bad, but it's up there. Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. And I wish that they would play the Special Olympics on regular TV like they do the regular Olympics. I mean, people say, well, maybe nobody wants to watch that. How do you know? You're not playing it on regular TV. Some people might want to watch it because it's quote unquote inspirational. I don't think I disagree with that. I think that's a dangerous stance to take. But other people like me would want to watch it because I just think those guys are awesome. Like I couldn't do what they do. The the one that got me was the skiers that go down the hill with a guide, and I'm like, "Oh, heck no. Like we're not doing that. Like not me." The guide is like, I don't know, how many feet ahead of them, and sometimes they're attached by a rope, but the guide is telling them when to turn. No, I'm not doing that. Says the girl. Y'all, because I would do this. Says the girl who would get in a race car with somebody riding shotgun, telling me when to turn the car. Yeah, I would do that. But I wouldn't go skiing down the hill with the guide. I'll have to look it up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've seen it. My favorite books? Well, that's not even true. I was going to say my favorite books are based on true stories, but that's not even true. Some of them are, but not always. The movies based on true stories are usually good, and they're kind of interesting because it's based on a true story, so it's like technically it's fiction but based on a true story, which means that part of it actually did happen somewhere to someone. Though that makes it interesting. My nose itches. That means somebody's thinking about me. Stop it. Oh, yes, I have. Motorcycles are fun. Now, I say that, but I'm not going like 100 miles an hour on this motorcycle. So, yeah. Racing motorcycles are scary. Like, I'm not a fan of watching them. I would not want to ride one. No. Because I'm like, at least in a race car, you got protection all around. Like, what do you got on a racing motorcycle? Nothing but a leather or whatever it's made out of. Nothing but your suit. No. No, 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 no. That's too scary for me. I can't handle it. Don't want to ride on one and don't I can't watch them. It scares me too much. But I like car racing and I like riding motorcycles at normal speed. That was fun. And Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make you all yawning. Uno persons are watching now. And I almost made it to 2 hours. I got 6 minutes to go? 55 minutes. I got 5 minutes to go. Oh, heck no. Why would I want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane? No, 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 no. My mom always wanted to do that. That was her one bucket list item she never did get to do. But the Bible says, "Lo, he is with me." Lo, it does not say hi. I don't know why I always quote that verse. It's funny. It makes me laugh, but it doesn't really apply because I don't mind riding in an airplane. Why are you jumping out of a perfectly good airplane? There's nothing wrong with it. No. No, 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 no. I have absolutely no desire to do that. I know blind people who have done that, but no. I'll leave that to the people who enjoy it. No. No, 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 no. Oh, a tandem jump? Honestly, I don't even think I'd want to do a tandem jump. I no. My brother has done it. He was in the Navy for several years, so he's done it. I don't know. Nope, sorry, don't have any desire to do that. I think they're interesting. Like, if I could see them, I think I would like to watch them. But I just don't have a desire to do it. Oh, swimming I do. I don't think you were here yet. Earlier I was talking about my pool. I have a 24-foot round pool, so it took me a while to figure this out, but it means it's 24 diameter, so it's 24 straight across. It's like 70 something going around. And it doesn't really make for good swimming, and I don't swim properly. What I do is more like a dog paddle. But I like being in the water as long as I can touch the bottom. And that's because when I was a kid, I did swimming all the time, and then like a little kid, like until I was 6. And then we moved somewhere where we didn't have a pool and we didn't have access to a pool, and I lost, like you get used to it when you're little and you do it all the time, and then you don't do it, and then swimming is not like riding a bike. You lose that. Cuz I used to not have to, so now like if I go under the water, I'm like this. My eyes tightly closed and I'm like holding my nose. I used to be able to do like flips in the water and all kinds of stuff. My eyes would be open, my I wouldn't have to hold my nose. But then like when we went through that period where we moved away from the pool when I was like 6, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 anyway. And then I didn't have access to a pool and I lost that skill. Like I can no longer, I don't trust myself to not drown when I am in the water if I'm not holding my nose. Like if the water, if you're upside down, the water's going into your nose. You have to blow it out. Like I can't do that. I've lost that skill. And I honestly don't have much of a desire to get it back. Maybe sometimes I do. Where was he at? No, I don't remember. He was in California for a little while, but I don't remember the name of the base, but it wasn't that one. He spent most of his time in Georgia somewhere. A lot of his time he spent where he couldn't tell us where he was at, but um yeah, he's out now. He's married and he's got some kids now, but I think he liked it for a while. I think he got disillusioned with it by the time he got out, but I think he liked it for a little while. And oh, did I cross over yet? Woo! Yeah. 2 hours and 4 seconds. I crossed over. Not the longest live ever yet, though. My longest one was 3 hours and gosh, I'll have to look it up. 20 minutes? I don't know. It might have been longer than that. It was a long dang time. I don't know how I talked that long, honestly. Hey, that's a good question because most people just assume that they are. The answer is actually no. So, people think that my hearing is better because I'm blind. This is the most common one that they think hearing is better. Some people get touch and taste and other things, but like the most common one is hearing. And what it is not that it's better, but it's that we're trained to use it more. So, like, if you put on a pair of like blindfold shades, and you sat outside and taught yourself to listen to the birds, are your ears better because you've shut off your eyes and you can't see what the bird is? Or is it better because you trained yourself to know all the bird sounds? See what I mean? It's your ears didn't become better, they became better trained. So people are taught that all their learning comes through their eyes. That's not exactly true. That's just how we are trained to do things. If you train your other senses, you know what I'm saying? Like taste testers, whatever you call those guys that can take a bite of something and tell you all the spices in it. They're not always blind, but I'm blind and I can't do that. My taste buds did not improve because I don't have sight because I can't do that. You know what does that make sense? Like I have more sensitive fingertips, but it's not that they're more sensitive. It's I trained them to recognize things that I needed to know. And they're not as good as some people's. But also, when it comes to hearing, I go to NASCAR races, y'all. Like my hearing's going to be I'm going to wear it out before I'm 70. I hope not, but NASCAR is loud and it is entirely possible. So, but no, some people will say some blind people will tell you that their senses are better. But most of us will explain it and say they're only if they are better, they're only better because we trained them to know what they need to, you know what I mean, like to recognize what they need to recognize. So, I've never been asked that question actually. I know what my face looks like cuz I touch it, you know, you touch your face to wash it, touch your face to like put lipstick or whatever, like I'm I'm always touching my face. So, I mean, I know what it looks like as far as what it feels like. I don't know what it looks, you know what I mean? Like I can't pick out the flaws or whatever. Not all of them anyway. But I know like the shape of it. Like I know that this eye is smaller than this one, both the eyeball and the eye socket. And I know that like this, which one is it? This ear has the like detached lobe and this ear has the attached lobe. Like I know these things because I touch my own face. But again, I don't want to touch your face to know what you, you know what I mean? Like I nope, no touching faces here, not doing it. I think I've seen the Helen Keller movie, but I can't say for sure because I've read the Helen Keller book. And whenever people ask me things, if I remember it, it's usually from the book. You got something that's gonna ruffle my feathers, huh? Well, bring it on. We'll see what happens. Do I like Bush Light beer? Okay, well, I like the Ross Chastain Circles commercial when it comes to Bush Light. Like the one where they're talking about survival skills and he's like I don't know what he's doing because I haven't had it described to me, but he says like look for recognizable landmarks to avoid going in circles. And Ross is in the tent and he opens the thing and he's like, "What's wrong with going in circles?" I shouldn't laugh at it because it's been over a year since I first saw this commercial. I still laugh at it every single time. I love this commercial. But as far as drinking the beer, not so much. Like I just don't like the smell of beer. Okay, here's my deal. Alcohol tastes like medicine to me, most kinds, but straight up beer smells like urine to me and I can't do that. Like I just can't. Like I take a smell of it. Maybe if it had no smell and I tasted it, I doubt it, but it's possible that I could become used to it. But the problem is that I smell it first and I can't do it. Like I just can't. Ugh, no, can't do it. But the Bush Light Circles commercial, even though it's a beer and I don't like the taste of it, I will watch this commercial forever. One, Ross is awesome, but also that commercial is hilarious. Love it. A free cocktail. Oh, a fruity cocktail. Um, honestly, like I like strawberry daiquiris, but I like the non-alcoholic ones. I feel to me the alcohol ruins the drink because to me it tastes like medicine and it ruins it for me. Now, my sister does buy these like I don't know if they're wine coolers. I don't know what they are, but literally it's like 5% alcohol, so basically it's mostly sugar and fruit juice and frozen like crushed ice. They're really, really good, and it just tastes like fruit juice, and I don't taste the alcohol. Like I can feel the effects of it by the time I drink the whole drink. But the alcohol content is so low that I don't taste it. That's fine, like I can do those. But if I'm tasting it, I don't like it. I don't know why. Maybe it's an acquired taste. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, but I don't like it. The worst experience ever though, and this is cuz I didn't know that's what it was. Like we went to this restaurant bar kind of like an Applebee's, but a little bit more of a bar than a restaurant. And I ordered my food, and I we didn't know. None of us knew they were doing double drinks day, so everybody got two. Well, my group had to sit at a separate table because there was too much of us. If we had been sitting at the big table, we would have figured it out by the time the drinks got to the end of the table. But because the table there was too many of us, the three of us had to sit at a separate table. And when our drinks came, the waitress didn't say anything because she had said it to the big table and she didn't think about saying it to the smaller group. So she just put the drinks down. Well, she forgot to bring me mine altogether. And so when we had the person across the table from us had her two drinks, but she didn't think about telling us. And the lady on my side had her two drinks, and so we assumed that one of the drinks was hers and one of the drinks was mine. So I took a drink and it was Long Island iced tea, and that was the nastiest thing I have ever tasted. I literally had to spit it back out into the drink. I was like, "You don't want this," because I just spit in it. Like it was disgusting. And that was made worse because I didn't realize that's what it was. I thought it was going to be my sweet tea. And sweet tea and Long Island iced tea are two very, very different things. Like, it's just not fun if you don't know that's what you're drinking. I wouldn't like it even if I knew, but not knowing made it way worse. Well, you could put mean comments, but I would put you in Blocksville with our other neighbor up above. And I can't see the comments physically, but I do have a screen reader that reads them to me. So there you go. why would you pretend to be blind? Like I never understood that. Like that's stupid. People pretend to be and do a lot of stuff to get money, and it's just go get a job. Like why are you don't do that. That's stupid. Anyway, I need another water, y'all. Somebody out there, go bring me a water because mine is now empty, as you can see. Yes. If they're not typed. So sometimes if you like I don't know if people even do this anymore, but back in the day when you used to have to type emojis because they didn't have the little pictures, it didn't and still doesn't always read those, but the ones that come on your emoji keyboard, it will read those. The majority of them. Now, I noticed that sometimes what the screen reader describes and what you guys see are not always the same thing. So like there's a image of a face showing its teeth, and some people use that as a smiling face, but voiceover describes it as a grimacing face showing its teeth. I'm like, that's interesting. But I know based on the context that the person was using that as a smiling, like a big smile with, where you show your teeth in the smile. So I thought that was funny. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you're still here, but Jesus does heal people, and I think healing, though, this is what most people don't understand. Healing comes in different ways, see. There's physical healing, there's spiritual healing, there's mental healing, there's emotional healing. So everybody says, well, don't you want to be healed? Okay, well, yes. And I think that I was. Like, I was healed of the attitude about my blindness. Obviously, not everybody else was. But, like, I don't think that people just don't understand. Like, you can think that your life sucks because you have a disability and you can get healed of the attitude about that disability, but you're still disabled. But you got your healing because you got healed of the emotional impact or the mental. You know what I'm saying? Like healing is not just a physical thing. There's so many sides to it and it doesn't have to be a physical thing to be healed. So that is true, but I don't think that you I don't think that you interpret it the same way that I do. I can see that in the bigger cities like you're talking about because they're preying what they're doing is preying on people's emotions. They're trying to get money by preying on people's emotions, making them feel sorry for them. Oh, woe is me. I'm a poor blind person and I can't do anything, and so you should give me money. Okay, well, no. Go do something. It's not, yeah. So I can see that. I'm sure they also imitate people in wheelchairs too, because that gets money too. Should you do that? Absolutely not. But I do not doubt for a second that people do that everywhere. But what's worse than that, though, are the people who pretend that they're kids. These people, these parents, they should not be allowed to be parent. Like they should have their children taken away and they should be put in prison if they're not. and some of them do. But the people who pretend that their child is ill, like so their child has cancer or whatever, and they make the kids sick so that people, I don't know what they do. Like this one mother was giving her kid something that I don't know if the kid was allergic to it or it was actually legit poison, but it made the kid like physically ill. And she kept doing this so that she could get money. Like she did the Make a Wish thing. I think it was the Make a Wish Foundation that actually caught them. But she was uncovered doing this, and I think she actually did go to prison. But like those people are the absolute worst people. Like they're worse than the people who pretend to be blind to get money. Cuz you're not really hurting, I mean you're hurting them financially maybe, but you're not like doing physical harm to someone else in order to pretend and get this money. So, I think those people are worse. The parents that do this. I have no idea what you're saying. My screen reader does not read that. Ooh, Jamaica. That's awesome. Y'all have cool accents down there. I used to be able to imitate them. Now I just sound like I'm being rude, so I won't do it. But I used to be able to imitate the Jamaican accent. That's cool. 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 20 seconds. Oh, yes, that is what it's called. How do you say it? Munchausen? Those people are seriously some disturbed human beings. Like, seriously. Why do you do that? Like, what causes a person to do that to their children? I don't understand. And I don't have any sympathy. Like, whatever it is that causes you to do that, a lot of like mental illnesses, I can have some sympathy for them. That is not one of them. I have absolutely no sympathy for you if you do this to your child. I have a lot of sympathy for your child, but I got none for you. That that's no. Nope, not from this quarter. Sorry. Nope. Maybe that means I'm not very nice, but I never claimed to be nice. So there you go. Yeah, but anyway, um all those people that you were talking about who are trying to get money, tell the people who want to give them money, tell them to come find me. I'll take their money. I'll put it to good use by going to NASCAR tracks and access accessing. That's not the word I want. Assessing is the word that I want. Their accessibility level. So, here's the story. So, I last year I had the tickets I got from NASCAR Rewards. I had the plane ticket that I bought. It put me in the hole in July. I was in the hole because I got in the hole in July. I was in the hole in August because blind people, y'all, if you're on government assistance, you're not making a lot of money. So I didn't have much money to go around. So because I was in the hole in July, I couldn't catch up in August. I should have caught up in September, but September is race week for me, like actual race week where I go to the track. So not catching up there cuz souvenirs, hello. I didn't get any souvenirs actually. I got nothing because I really didn't have any money. But I think I bought food or something. I know I didn't get any souvenirs. I didn't need souvenirs because I got my helmet signed. I don't even think you can see it. I think you can see this one, but can you see the top one? I got it signed by the driver and his two little children. It's the most adorable thing. Like His daughters design his championship helmets every year. So cute. One is 4 and one is 13, I want to say. They're so cute and the helmets are awesome. But I got him to take the helmet. He took it with him and had them sign it and they shipped it back to me to my house cuz they're awesome like that. And anyway, that was my souvenir. So I was in the hole in September. I think that I would have gotten out in October, but the first week of October was the race in Charlotte that I had tickets to. So I didn't have any money. And so I needed food and I needed transportation. I was staying with a friend, so I didn't need lodging, and I already had the race tickets. So I did a GoFundMe to pay for it, and then I felt guilty because GoFundMe is supposed to be like medical bills, like house fire, like it's supposed to be serious stuff, right? It isn't, I realize now. But at the time, I'm like, well, I felt guilty because I'm like, well, I'm not doing it for any like major serious thing. I'm just doing it like you're basically paying for my vacation. So I felt guilty. So I was like, well, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and use my YouTube channel to educate people about blindness, to review racetracks and race shops on their accessibility. So if you want to see my Charlotte one, it is posted. And I have two race shops. I have Richard Childress Racing didn't get a 100% score, but it was okay, I guess. And I have Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. It got a 100% score, but I also got a private tour, so it just I should do the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I went there 2 years ago, and I'm dying to go back again. I haven't. But anyway, because I felt guilty, I did this YouTube channel. And so, if you want to help me continue to go to more races, Martinsville in the fall is going to be the next one. It was supposed to be the San Diego street race because how stinking cool is that they are actually racing on, it's not even city streets because it's actually on the military base, on the streets of the base of Coronado. So cool. Y'all, I think this is the coolest thing that NASCAR has done since I started watching in 2011. Like, maybe it's not. Maybe I've said this before, but the minute they announced it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. The commercials for it were awesome. The idea for it is awesome. I have no idea what the track looks like because, as I said yesterday, blind people should be allowed a free ride in the pace car so we can get a feel for what the track looks like. And if not, there should be some sort of tactile like model that we can look at to see what it looks like because I can't imagine. But I still think it's the coolest thing. But no tickets, no hotel, and nowhere near enough money. I only have $35 in my fundraising account. So anybody who wants to contribute to that, you will be my friend forever. Um, Honestly, I don't know. Like, I'm ignoring the praying person because clearly he was not listening to my answer from earlier. But whatever. Um, I think that I would say yes, but obviously I can't answer because I have been blind since birth. I don't know. I would say yes because I think there's more struggles. Like, you have to grieve. Like, there's a whole grieving process you have to go through. Like, you've lost that whole sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've whatever you're used to seeing with your eyes, you now have to figure out how to do it with your other senses. And I think that that's a huge grieving process. And it's a big adjustment emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Like, it's a whole huge thing. To me, like, I don't really know what I'm missing. Like, I don't fully understand it. You know what I mean? Like, when you tell me, "Oh, there's a beautiful rainbow in the sky and it's blah 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 blah," like, I know what you're telling me and I kind of know what it looks like, but I don't know what I'm missing. Like people who go blind later, they remember what that looks like. So they know what they're missing. So to me, I think the answer to that is yes, but I don't have anybody here who went blind later in life who can add to this. So I don't know. But yeah, that's what I think the that would be my answer for that. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:26 p.m.
Wow. I have been live for a long time. Still not near my record. I still have an hour to go before I hit my record. Isn't that crazy? The record, it was 3 hours and some odd minutes, and it is on the very first blindness Q&A session that I did. That was almost 3 hours long. Crazy. I don't need that because I will get it when I go to heaven. And my healing came through a place called Blind Incorporated that taught me how to live independently as a blind person. Taught me how to cook, taught me I already knew some cooking, taught me how to do more cleaning than I knew, taught me how to do I don't ever want to do it again, but they taught me how to use tools in the wood shop. So I don't need that. Anyway, um I guess I'm running out of stuff to say. So, if you haven't already, please, if you like my crazy rambling content, please subscribe to my channel. That's always helpful. My goal is to get to 500 before the end of the summer. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but hopefully. And my goal in this live is to get to 2 hours and 34 minutes. I have just under 3 minutes to go. Where did my McDonald's fired me friend go? You were helping me get there. I like your username. That's fun. Hey, there you are. You're back. Um, I did go to college. I studied children and family ministries, and I I think I talked about my college in this same live earlier. I thought you were here then, but maybe that was before your time. Um, anyway, I have had a few jobs, like summer jobs. So it was the same job every year. So I guess I can't say a few jobs. It was the same job. It was just once every summer. I was a counselor for blind kids at what is called buddy camp at the place called Blind Incorporated. So I went to the adult program. They have a teen program and a kids program for I can't remember if it's 8 and up or 9 and up. But it's all kids and then all they're all blind kids and all blind counselors. And I did that for well, technically it was 2 years and one it's a month-long camp and I did it for 2 full years and 1 week of another year. I thought so cuz I don't know why else you would use that as your username. And apparently, if you're willing to use it as your username, you're proud of this fact, I'm assuming. So that's why it's funny to me because it's like it's like you're proud, like you're flaunting the fact that they fired you. I don't know. It strikes me as funny. Maybe you didn't mean it to be funny, but it strikes me as funny. Ooh, I'm almost there. Yay. Almost there. I got like 2 more seconds. I've never managed to finish alive yet on a actual like on an even number, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I've never managed to do it yet, and I'm not gonna do it today. I could, I guess. I know. These are my favorite souvenirs. This is the one I was talking about earlier. I don't know if I'm assuming since you said both plural, I'm assuming you can see them both. Okay, so this one I brought to the racetrack last year, and he took it home with him and had his daughters sign it. The bottom one, this one is funny. Like, I took it with me to Charlotte last year, and I meant to have him sign it. I met him. That's the bottom one is Ross Chastain's, the top one is Justin Allgaier's. The Ross Chastain's, I took it with me on the plane all the way to Charlotte. Like, seriously, Amy? And I forgot to have him sign it. It's still not signed. I bought a race ticket. This is what I did, y'all. I was desperate, okay? I wanted to ask him a question that I had been waiting the entire year and it was October. I wanted to ask him this question. And I did it. It's on my channel here. Like the video of me asking him. It's on this channel. So, they were doing a breakfast. This is how desperate I was. I bought You had to pay $50 in souvenirs to and get a wristband to meet him at the souvenir trailer. So I did that just in case. Well, at the time on Friday I wasn't planning on going. But then it was like, okay, he's going to be in the fan zone on Sunday, but you have to buy $50 and get a wristband. And so I did that. And I was like, well, I guess I'll just take Uber up here to meet him and then go back home again. Because fan zone, you don't have to have a ticket to get to the fan zone. So I was going to do that. Well, I didn't. And then I kept hearing advertisements for this breakfast with Ross. And I was like, that'd be awesome, but it's probably too expensive for me. Well, you can't go to the breakfast without a race ticket. So had a friend, and she had a friend, and she had a friend. So it was like a friend of a friend of a friend. Like, I don't even know this person. And I bought one of her race tickets because she couldn't go. So now I have a Sunday race ticket, which means now I can buy the breakfast ticket. $350 later, I go to the breakfast, I meet him, I get him to answer my question on my channel, but I left the stupid helmet at the place where I was staying, so it's still not autographed. And I brought it all the way on the plane to Charlotte. I'm not sure what you mean by what about Walmart or fast food. Oh, as like a part-time job, you mean? I don't know if I could do fast food. 'Cause I couldn't cook fast enough to keep up with cooking. And the registers are not they don't talk. So I don't think that I could work there. Probably could do Walmart. I don't know. I've never tried Walmart. Walmart's picky. I don't know if they would hire me to do anything except sit by the door and be a greeter. Which I guess is okay, but I don't know. It was a great adventure. The races were boring, but I did so many things that week I've never done. I got to sit in a suite that I didn't pay for. This is funny. Every day except Sunday, and I'm not convinced about Sunday either. Every day except Sunday, I did not spend very much time, if any, in my seat. Friday, I never did because for the truck practice on Friday, I was just sitting in a random spot that was easy. So I had to have the people that worked there show me my seats. And trucks, there's not that many people watching anyway, so there's a lot of open seats. They just took me to the easiest one to get to. It was not my assigned seat. And then in the evening or the afternoon when it was time to go to the race, I met up with these ladies and I didn't know at the time, but there's a whole group of them. And they were from, what is it called? Women in Motorsports. And the leader of this group invited me to she didn't even invite me. She just told the staff member that was with me. She's like, "Hey, bring her up to our suite." And I thought, "Okay, I'm going to just spend a few minutes here and talk to them," right? Like I didn't think anything about this. Oh, no, no. I literally was there the entire race. I got to talk to some of the people. I got to eat their food, which was awesome because they had really good food. A whole lot better than the stuff I would have bought at the concession stands. And I got to take some of the cake home because they discovered that I loved the red velvet cupcakes, so they gave me 3 of them to take home with me. That was kind of awesome. But I got to sit through the I don't know why he was there. Like, I really don't, but it was very interesting. Chad Knaus? I don't know if I say his name right. Jimmy Johnson's former crew chief. I always say his name wrong, so hopefully I said it right this time. But he was there and he did like a 5 or 10 minute talk. And I really wanted to get his autograph, but he was rushing after he got done talking. Like, I mean, he was in a hurry. He had his son with him, but he had a really interesting talk that I would have missed had I not been invited to stay for the whole thing. Like, I didn't know that I was invited to stay for the whole thing until I got there, and they're like, "Oh no, you can stay here." So I got to sit in a suite. Honestly, like, I like it because it's air conditioned. I like the food, and it's comfy. Like, you get a comfy chair and a nice little table in front of you. But honestly, like, it's not the same as sitting in the stands with everybody else, and the sounds of the race are muted. So, like, my favorite part about being at the track is the sound. Hence why I don't want electric cars cuz no sound. I like the fact that it's so loud. Okay, well, now I can't hear anything but the cars and I can't see anything. So there's nothing I can do except think about the race. Like it's awesome. I love it. And it's you don't get that in the suite. So it's not the same. I have not met Danica. I'm honestly what's the sheesh for? That was kind of rude. I don't know what that's for though. Um, Danica. I feel like Danica is a snob. Like I don't like her. Like I don't. I've also heard from fans that she's not very nice to the fans, but she just seems like a snob to me. I don't know. I did watch when she was on what is that show called? The show where they get all the weird foods in the basket. They have on this one they had to cook it in the microwave. What is that show called? Chopped. Why could I not think of that show? I did watch her episode of Chopped and it was pretty interesting. I believe she did win. But I don't like her. Like I don't know. And she's honestly not really talented. At least not in NASCAR. I don't know how she did in Indy. But in NASCAR like what does she have? One pole? No wins? Like come on, that's not I don't know. Danica frustrated me. I feel like she was only there because she brought sponsor money. Yes, exactly. It is not the same. The closer, okay, so like my dad and my brother-in-law come to the races with me. My dad wants to sit at the very top. So we go to Gateway. They call themselves Worldwide Technology Raceway now, but that's too much of a mouthful. I still call it Gateway. We go there every year because it's like, I don't know, a half hour drive from my house. So we go there every year. And my dad wants to sit up like in the 50th row so he can see the entire track. Me, I'm like, the closer to the fence you can get, the better. Like, the first time I went to Chicagoland in 2013, my mom and I stood by the fence at the bottom of the stands until the official or whoever, somebody working there, came and told us to move. They're like, you can't stand there. It's not safe. Like, you can walk at the bottom, but you're not supposed to just stand at the fence. And we were like, "Aw." So to me, like, I can't see the whole track anyway, so sitting up high doesn't mean anything to me. I am perfectly content to like the closer you get where you're so close that you literally can feel the wind as the car goes by. That's the most amazing thing. I love it. And you definitely don't get that sitting in the suite. You can feel it like when the whole pack of all the cars goes by, you can still feel it cuz it's shaking the ground, but one single car does nothing when you're in the suite. And it's just a different environment, like, it's those people, the women in motorsports, they were gifted the suite by Charlotte Motor Speedway, so they didn't have to pay for it. But typically, if you're in those suites, like, it's a different environment of people, like, I don't know, they don't have that, "What is happening outside my window?" Creeping me out. They don't have that down to earth, like, I don't know, it's just a different type of people. I much prefer the grandstands. I can't hear the people talking to me, but but it's a different atmosphere. I like it better. I follow okay, well, I'm subscribed to well over 30 people. Do I actually pay attention to what they post every time? Not really. Most of the stuff that I follow comes up in my feed. Like I don't know if you've seen her. Molly Burke is one of the other blind people that I like to watch. I don't know his name. I think he goes by the Blind Traveler. He's pretty good. I don't know if I'm subscribed to him, but he'll come up in my feed sometimes. He's really good. And then like I have a couple of Christian people that I follow. Our church is on there, so I'll follow them. I say there like I'm on a different platform. I should say our church is on here. So I subscribe to them. I call it following because I'm used to Twitter lingo. It's subscribing, but just know that if I say follow, that's what I'm talking about. Who else do I? I don't know. I have quite a few. There's a deaf girl that I subscribed to. I cannot remember her name. It starts with an M, but I can't remember it. Um, Greg Laurie, he's a pastor. I follow the Dirty Mo Media and Dale Jr. group. That's where I get my NASCAR news sometimes, most of the time. I don't. You missed it. We had that conversation earlier. But nope. No boyfriend, no significant other, no dating apps. Nitten. Nothing, not a zip, zero zilch. Oh, the Atlanta Motor Speedway? Echo Park Automotive Speedway. It's stupid. Why do we have to name them? Seriously, like, what was wrong with Gateway? I mean, Atlanta Motor Speedway is kind of like Chicagoland. They're not in those cities. Charlotte Motor Speedway, it's not in Charlotte, it's in Concord. Atlanta is in what, Hampton? So I get it, like if you're not satisfied with the fact that you're not in those towns, but why do we need to name them? What was wrong with Gateway? Gateway is a cool, it's a fun name. It's the Gateway Arch. Like, what is wrong with that? But no, now we gotta call it Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. This is stupid. That's too much of a name. Like, and Worldwide Technology is too long. Like, couldn't you have picked a shorter sponsor? I guess Echo Park Automotive is long too, so. But really, why? Like, I don't understand this trend. Like, I don't know. Oh, heck yes. Talladega would be awesome. Okay, well, I have an issue with the crowd at Talladega. Like, I don't know, like, I would have to sit in the family stands. I'm not into the whole Mardi Gras party scene that they got going on at Talladega, honestly. Like, if you're into that, that's cool, but I am totally not. And so, like, I would have issues, not even gonna lie. But that's my favorite track, like, as far as racing goes. I love Talladega. It's so awesome. My goal, like my bucket list goal and my goal for this channel is to visit every racetrack. And I want to do like the accessibility review. So how willing are they? I don't care if it's a staff member or a volunteer, because when I went to Charlotte last year, I told them, I know these tracks hire a bunch, or not hire, but like they get a bunch of volunteers to come work there. So I don't care if you assign a volunteer, but like how willing are you, staff member or volunteer, to help me as a blind person? Like the property is huge, and it's not all, like, straight lines, and there's no like, usually when we walk outside and okay, well, that was my 10% battery warning, so I'm gonna have to go soon. But usually when we walk outside, you're taking your cane and you're tapping. I don't have a dog, and I'm not a dog person, so I probably won't ever have one. But cane users, you'll take your cane and you tap like you're walking on a sidewalk and there's grass or buildings on the side and you can follow that and go straight. But at the track, it's a big property and there's nothing like, you know what I mean? Like it's a big parking lot. The fan zone at Charlotte is basically in the parking lot. There's no curbs to follow, there's no sidewalks to follow. Like there's nothing to tell you whether you're going in a straight line other than the sounds from the trucks beside you. And Charlotte is even more confusing because it's not a straight line anyways. There's like a line going this way and another line going this way, and I couldn't figure out if it was like a T, like a not an X, but what do you call this? Is this like a plus sign? Couldn't figure out if it was like this, if it was like this, like this. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't figure it out. There was too many sounds. And so I just kept getting lost in there. And so I want to go to all these racetracks and see how are they willing to have somebody meet me where the Uber's going to drop off, because I can't drive, so I'm not using your parking lot. Are they willing to have somebody meet me there? Are they willing to have a volunteer like help me find the where the restrooms are, where the seats are? Like how much are they willing to do, and are they willing to do anything at all? And if they are, like maybe they're willing to help but they don't know what to do. My goal is to go there and help them. And I've through YouTube, I've come across some other companies that could help with this if these tracks are interested in doing it. And I don't know if they are so far. I don't have enough money. That's why I keep pushing the GoFundMe. Like, y'all go pay for me to go. Not that you can afford to pay to go to your own track, to buy your own tickets, but don't buy your tickets, buy me tickets. Yeah. But that's my what I would like to do, but I haven't been able to go to any, so I haven't gotten very far in this goal. Yeah, I would definitely take you're talking about Talladega still, I think. Yeah. I definitely have to go for the family grandstands cuz I don't like the wild. I would not be found on the Boulevard where they have that there's one section of this street where it's 21 and older. I have no desire to go even see what is on this section in the I don't it's not the midway, but it's in the infield. I have no desire to go there whatsoever. Like just no. That's not my scene. I'm not a drinker. Earlier we were talking about alcohol and I just don't like the taste of it, so that's I'm not getting drunk. I'm not doing weird stuff like they do there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not my scene. So I'm not doing any of that. Um I don't think so. I mean, it depends on the person, I guess. S- So, if you just randomly walk up to a stranger and ask them if they're blind and they're not, they may think you're being rude. But if they're using a cane or a dog, you know what I mean? Like, if you're using a service animal, you're probably somehow disabled somehow. If not blind, maybe deaf, or maybe you have PTSD of some kind. Maybe you have, like, I know they're using dogs now for autism. There's there's trained service animals for lots of disabilities. So maybe you could just say some I don't know how you would say it to not come off sounding rude, but if you're not meaning to be rude, then it's not your fault. Like it's the perception of that person. But I also don't know how to tell you to ask that and not you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if there's a way to ask that without the recipient of the question thinking that it's rude. But if you're not trying to be rude, then it's not rude. Like if you honestly want to be educated. But again, I don't know how to do it without sounding that way. Hey, welcome, welcome. I see there's 5 people watching now. Welcome. Awesome, awesome. My battery is almost dead. So, probably gonna have to end this really soon. I'm almost at 3 hours though. I'm almost at my record. I'm not gonna make it, but that's interesting. You're like my grandma. She had a injury to her eye when I think when she was a kid. So I don't remember which eye it was, but she couldn't see out of her one eye and her other eye was corrected with glasses also and she could still drive and stuff. Like she wasn't considered disabled by it. So she could still drive and she wasn't getting any government assistance because of it. Yeah, I wish that I could give you advice on how to not sound rude, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, I mean, if I didn't know you and you randomly came up on to me on the street, like my eyes look blind, so it would be like a duh kind of question. But I wouldn't necessarily think you were being rude. I would wonder why you wanted to know, but I wouldn't necessarily think it was rude. But I know a lot of people who would, and especially if you ask it to someone who's not blind, that person probably really would think it's rude. But what are you gonna do? Like, I don't know how you get the question out there without them thinking that you're rude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that you're being rude. It's just that I don't know how you get the question out there. I don't know what you would say instead in order to get the question answered either. So, I wish that I could tell you how to do that without coming off sounding rude, but I don't have any I don't have any good suggestions. I really don't know. I don't think it's wrong to ask. I mean, maybe you could say, "I see you have a service animal. What is it for?" or something, but then people might think that's invasive. So, I don't know. I think the intention has a lot to do with it. If your intentions are good, then and that person isn't having a bad day, because you have to understand that, like, a lot of times you're genuinely wanting to know stuff, but we're having a crappy day, and then we come off sounding rude, not intentionally, but just because we've had a crappy day, and you picked the wrong time to be educated by us. You know what I mean? Like, that's not necessarily fair, but that's that's human life, I guess. It happens. Um, I really need some agua. Somebody go get me some water. Where's my intern that I can boss around and make them go get me water and read my comments. Like, oh, look, another person who needs to go to Blocksville. Why would you even accuse me of that? There we go. On Greyhound. 10 hours is a long time to ride Greyhound. Man, that was a long trip. I don't know where you were going, but that's a long trip on Greyhound. Whew! Don't want to ever do that. I think I did, I think the most I ever did, it might have been 8 hours, but that was not nonstop. Like, that was, I had like the 2 hour stop. I think it was a 2 hour stop. I never liked Greyhound. Seems like such a ghetto, for lack of a better word, way to travel. Like, it's not, I never liked it. But it's really rather a shame that the driver neglected them. Hopefully, you were able to help them and they were able to accept your help. Was he bothered by you asking? I mean, usually you can tell. Like, usually you don't have to ask if their people are blind. Usually you can tell, but not always. Like me, for instance, nobody's gonna wonder about me because my eyes look different. And if you have a cane, so the blind cane is different than the walking cane. Like, the walking cane typically has the curved handle. Our handles are straight and the cane is not as thick usually either. And obviously we're using it differently. So you can usually tell by the cane if they have one. Now, if the service animal might not be as obvious, but if they're asking for help to do stuff like that, especially, then it's pretty, like, reasonable to assume that they're blind. And if you ask, then they got offended, then that's on them and not you, I think. And the bus driver is just being stupid. I know that's not their job. Like, I get that. So I guess it depends on how much help the blind person was wanting. Because I know that's not the driver's job, but I've never had a driver be rude about it. Like, I have taken Greyhound a lot, and I've never had a driver be like, that's interesting. I don't know. I've had a driver that wasn't very talkative, but Well, maybe I did, but if I did, I don't remember. I remember the good experiences. I've had some creepy drivers that I really didn't want their help, but I didn't have a choice. But I don't remember any just out and out not wanting to, just refusing. It's unusual, actually, I think. Usually they want to give too much help, honestly. Usually I'm the one who's trying to convince the bus drivers that I don't need their help, rather than that I am trying to convince them to actually help me. That's really unusual. All right. Well, I've hit the 3 hour mark. Yay, me. I don't think I'm going to make my. I don't think I'm going to break a record. I am only at 5%, so I got a little while yet on this battery, but being that I'm streaming, I don't know how long that 5% will last. So I'll probably have to get off very, very soon, but I'll stick around for one or two more comments or questions. What is the why not? Oh, I think I know what your why not was referring to. Okay. I was like, what are we going back to? But um this was a lot of fun though. I am glad you joined us, or well, us. Joined me. There hasn't been too many other people on with you, but I had a lot of fun. I like talking to people online. I don't know why. I find it enjoyable to do this. Well, thank you. So, most of us in the blind, well, maybe disabled community in general, don't really find being called amazing a good thing. Like, it's normally said in sort of not a condescending tone, like, it's said in a genuine tone, but it's usually said about things like, I'm tying my shoe, and then you tell me, oh, you're so amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not amazing because I can tie my shoe. I'm not a child. You know what I mean? Like, I was about to tell you my age, but I already established I'm not doing that. Like, I am over 20 years old, and it's not amazing that somebody who's over 5 knows how to tie their shoe. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I'm glad that you are inspired, I guess, but like, amazing is not necessarily what we want to be called. Hopefully that makes sense. I am not completely blind. I can see shapes and shadows and colors and light and dark and certain movements. And it also, for me, it depends on the lighting. So the color of the lighting, where the light is at, the brightness or lack thereof. There's a lot of factors that go into what I can see and when I can see it. Um, but yeah, it's all good. I just thought that people should know. Like, I don't think that I don't know how you meant it, but I just thought that people should know that it's not usually a good thing to most people who say it, I don't think they necessarily mean it bad. Like, I never think that people are being disrespectful when they say it. Like, they don't mean to be disrespectful when they say it. It's just not a good, you know what I mean? Like, I know the sentiment behind it is not being disrespectful, but it's not I don't know how to explain it well. I guess I'm not explaining it well, but I don't know. this one, I can open it. It has like I don't know. It has like crusty things. It's kind of gross in my eyelashes that's making it. See if I can. I don't know. It bees weird. That's real proper English, right? It behaves weirdly sometimes. It's funny that you say my wisdom about racetracks because honestly, like, I don't really have that much. Like, I mentioned this earlier and I mentioned it yesterday. I really want a like tactile map of all the racetracks because I don't understand a lot of things. Like the road courses, forget it. I have no idea what they look like. Talladega and Daytona when they talk about the trioval. What the heck does that mean? Like I have no idea what that means. Like I people have tried to explain it to me and I don't get it. Like it's beyond my comprehension. I don't get it. Like my sister thinks that all blind people who go to NASCAR races should be allowed a free ride in the pace car. I'm all about this. Like I would not turn that down. Like that would be amazing. But all I want, just give me a little model, like, it doesn't have to be very big. Like, it could literally be this big. And as long as I could, like, see what the shape is, like, I'm cool. Like, but I would take the free pace car ride. Heck yeah. That'd be awesome. I have asked people to explain stuff. Sometimes they just do it, but sometimes I ask. Especially, like, if it's family. I think I missed a comment. Wouldn't it? Yeah, like they used to have it wasn't a tactile map per se, but at Gateway, back when it was very new, not new, but it was under new ownership in 2014. It was barely opened. You literally would not recognize it. Like I can't even see everything that's there, right? But even I can tell you it's so different. Like my mom and I went to the very first truck race that they had back in 2014 under Curtis Francois's ownership, right? And I was telling my dad about this. We literally parked. We didn't have a handicap sticker, but the guy looks in the window and he sees me and he's like, "Oh, you guys can park right there." Right there, you guys, is a spot that is now located between the infield tunnel and the grandstands. The grandstands have been extended since 2014, so it's bigger. But like that was not a parking spot. And you normally would have gotten towed. Like they literally must have told all the people that worked there that we were fine to park there. Or they just the security was so lax that they just didn't care. I don't know. But that whole area, the midway, which is the area behind the grandstands where all the souvenir not the souvenir trucks, because they're kind of off to the side at Gateway, but like all the food vendors that are behind the grandstands, that whole area, there was only one food vendor. I can't remember what they sold, but there was only one. Now there's like 10. There was only one souvenir tent for racetrack souvenirs. There was no souvenirs for any of the drivers. But then, honestly, there's usually not for trucks. It's pretty pathetic. Uh, but anyway, the whole thing was gravel. It's now paved with lines on it. So yeah, it's very different. But yeah. All right, my phone says 0, so I have to go. Like, I don't have a choice. Bye, guys.